guys, I just have to say, if you know the work that took us to get here, but
Come
we are
on.
here
Come on.
and we couldn't be happier
Come
because,
on.
guys, we have a return guest.
Does he even need an introduction?
Does he even need, first of all,
Actually,
I have to say that every time I think of that episode, I'm just like, what kind of goal did we strike that day?
honestly,
Bruh.
because that is actually, I love all our episodes, but that one is tough.
Not to
for
play
me.
favorites or
It's tough.
nothing.
It's tough for me. It's tough for me.
Yeah.
Tough for me.
No,
It was definitely, it
I
was
had
voted
so
favorite
much fun.
episode of the season. Yeah.
I saw that.
So
Thank
good
you.
we had
Thank
to
you
run
guys.
it
I
back.
appreciate you. Def.
So,
No, I've been looking forward to this because go on, Abibs.
I was gonna say that if they do not recognize you by now, guys, we are back with Deji. Okay, for another recap of all things Afrobeats
Come on.
and what's been happening in our global movement of this Afrobeats to the world. And we figured that Afrobeats happens forever. You know what I'm saying? So we might as well do a recap
Yeah.
and see what's going on.
And
What's
who better
changed?
to check in with,
Yeah.
than
Than our resident Afrobeat Avengers.
There you go. Afrobeat connoisseur.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, guys. I'm actually looking forward to this. It's been a long day on my end, but like this is one of the things that I'm just like, this is gonna make up for it. So I'm so happy to be back.
There you go. We're glad to have you.
We're really happy to have you back. Yeah. So talk to us, actually, just before you get to music. What's happened for you, like, in the past year? Like, what you've been up to?
It's true, because I remember when we first met DG, he was a voice actor.
Yeah.
He was doing one or two on TV.
Yeah.
He was doing his big ones on some of the record. He had one or two things going on.
You're busy. Yeah.
So maybe now he has 3, 4. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Man, a lot is going on. I think since then, a couple of things have been added that have been like very active in my life. One of them being hosting. So I've been doing a lot of hosting.
Yeah.
You're not shy.
Yeah, I was saying to him that like last December, I feel like every day Deji was hosting something.
Oh,
And
right?
I was just like, if you went to Lagos in that December, you didn't see Deji. You didn't go out. You didn't go anywhere.
I'll tell you what.
Because it was everywhere.
I'll tell you what. There was a stretch of, I think it was 8 days where I did 7 hosting gigs in 8 days. And on one end, it was incredible because it's like the exposure and like the money and all of that. But when I was done, man, I've never seen burnouts like that before. I was just, I was knackered, man. I was knackered, like social battery zero.
Yeah.
Bro,
Every day
like I had
jump.
nothing else to say.
I don't want to hear my voice.
Bro. And in the midst of that, I did a wedding as well. And like weddings are just another thing all to
How is
themselves.
that? Like,
You know,
hosting
so
weddings?
yeah, I
Do
was.
you have like a preference kind of gig or an event?
I think for weddings because money. So from the money side, like weddings are lucrative. But from like an interest point of view, I really enjoy doing listenings. I enjoy doing just things that intersect with music because I don't have to manufacture the enthusiasm. Sometimes with the wedding,
that's your
it's like
bag.
you have to live up to what you have to live up to what it demands. But with music,
And everybody's
it feels
matching
like
your
second
energy
nature
too.
to a large degree. Yes, that part of it as well, but it's been a lot, man. I think also in the last year as well, Within Us has expanded quite a bit. So we're doing like a lot more interviews with like, respected names in the industry. We have a couple really dope ones coming that I'm super excited about. One of which was, I'll say I'll say like the fulfillment of a childhood dream. And I really can't wait for that episode to come out. Yeah.
Can't give us a school.
Yeah, I see.
I'll
see
tell
that
you
keeping
offline.
it-
He's actually fighting.
You don't want to say it. It's okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you
wait,
offline.
like the rest of
I
the
don't keep
peasants.
secrets from you guys. No, I'll tell you offline. Don't worry about it.
Appreciate. That's pretty dope.
Thank you.
Something else that happened since the last time we spoke.
Yeah.
I think we went viral based on the episode that we had
We
with AG.
did.
Did you see that? They come for you.
Dude, that thing. So that thing has so many different facets to it. Facet number one, obviously the first one came out. I thought it was such a dope clip. It had a lot of potential. I just left it at that. Like cool, like reposted it in my story, put it where I could. And then one day Bims can tell you this, like I was just sat in my house and I'm like, nah, like this thing has way more potential. Like so something in my spirit is just like, I don't feel like this clip is done yet. So I had to beg her, like, okay, you like I was gonna rip it off of the Japa Diaries page and just post it like that. But I hit her up and I'm like, oh, I'm about to do this. So I was like, oh no, I'll send you like the proper high quality version and everything. And then I posted this and I didn't think anything of it. And then next thing, bro, I think it was Maven first. I think Maven might have been the guys that launched it. Yeah. And then Rema's army just went insane and started to do their own thing. And then after that, I just lost track. Chop Daily for sure. Like, bro, it was, and I think something I think about that clip as well is that it's so perfect in the sense that obviously there's like the analysis side of things, is the enthusiasm. But you know what makes it for me? Is where Malik goes, I just need take notes. I just need take notes. It makes it perfect because that's the humor side of it as well. Like it was incredible.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Also, another side, final one. As far as like obviously the line of work that I'm in, where it's like, I'm doing music analysis and things like that, it made me look so smart.
It's not about looking smart. You are delivering. You are delivering. There was evidence of delivery. That's all it was.
Thank you. Because when the prediction came to pass,
that's all.
Bro, I took like 50 laps on Twitter. Like, guys, remember I said this? Just
I told you.
Not to toot my own horn, but here I go, tooting my own horn.
That was fun. That was fun. Like I just to the point where we lost track. I think there was a point where we could even see which ones were posting, and after a while, I'm just like, yo, I don't even know who else is doing it at this point. It's crazy. Crazy.
And this was how long after we had put out the episode? Was it pretty close, or was there like a delay?
I feel like
maybe a month or something.
A month, yeah.
A month
after. It wasn't crazy, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens in this episode.
No pressure. No pressure.
Let's dive straight into Rema.
Let's actually just talk about Rema. Yes. So in that clip, right, you were talking about how what do we think is the future of Afrobeats, right? Like what's coming, and we were like, you said he was going to be Rema, and we're like, okay, he's super innovative, all the things. We didn't know that my guy was cooking up.
Cooking
up. Okay. Because that album, oh my God. What was it called? He is. Somebody said that when they hear, they say is.
I'm finished. I'm finished.
And I'm like, you know what? I get it.
You know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, I get it.
I can see how someone could get there.
Let's talk about the history, the milestone that was like that album and what it did. How it scattered us actually, because I feel like it just came and scattered everywhere.
Yeah,
dude, I remember listening to it the night of, and I couldn't stop smiling because I'm like, this is ridiculous. That was just the emotion that I kept having. Like, I can't believe what I'm listening to right now. And it was night, because obviously like it came out at night here, and I'm like, why am I this charged up at 1 a.m.
Like, because just ready to Ozeba. You cannot be, you understand?
Let me know, like, it took me aback. As I was playing, I was like, what is happening right now? It took me a couple of days to actually grow into it, but you know this. Wow. At first, I was like, yo, bro, this is much. This is much.
You know, as the original Rivers, you and I did, you knew what was what. Malik was just joining us. As he said, they take notes.
Yeah,
the notes is finally coming through.
I had to also go and study.
Yeah.
So much so, at my wedding, that's the song we're playing.
Oh my God. Literally, that's what I was saying to myself, that like everybody's intro, every bridesmaid, everything. It was the whole Rema album that we were saying that maybe we just give them another one so that we'll change it up. Not every day, because we did Yayo, we did Ozeba. You guys did Azama.
We did Azama.
So that was their intro. Like that's the song they danced into. I feel like we played almost every song on that thing.
The whole album, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
But
So as we are now, Rema is the face of Afrobeats. Would you concur?
I think so, to a large degree. I mean, man, like of the people who put out albums, of the, like, I would say the big artists and the mainstream artists who put out albums, he probably has the most memorable of the lot. You know, the one that felt like he made the most of a statement. And even just when I think about that in context of the album as well, and the kind of brags and boasts he was making, it's crazy because it kind of feels like a self-fulfilling prophecy, you know, like just talking about inserting himself in big four conversations, and now it's undeniable. And I'll tell you when it kind of clicked for me, outside of him doing the project, it was when he was the person who was drafted to perform at Mukesh Ambani's son's wedding. So Mukesh Ambani, the Indian billionaire. Yeah, that was, for me, that was just like, levels.
Baby,
the rumor was that
down.
the rumor was $3 million, which I think Maven came out and refuted, but I believe it's that rumor. I'm sure it was something along that line, because that man is ridiculously rich. What's $3 million to him, you know?
I'll collect the money.
I mean, why would Maven refuse that? Because if anything, now that's the price now. Everybody jazz up.
Yeah.
That's the price. Price has gone up. I'm sorry.
Bro, no, he and I think something that was so brilliant about the project as well, that I even, and it's crazy because it still caught me off guard, but like how he kind of teased into it. So obviously with the project that we had discussed, where it was like he was separating himself, but then also like all the little snippets and videos that he put out before, like and like even just a bit of Macham as well, who was just kind of preparing us. And even with that, I still wasn't expecting it.
You didn't know what was happening. You actually couldn't. There's no way to have prepared us for what that was.
He tried.
He did. I guess he did. He technically
tried.
did. He technically did.
He tried. Yeah. And something that he's come out and said recently, and I guess I kind of knew as well, because someone on the team, I was having a conversation with someone on the team about why he wasn't really doing a lot of press, and they let me know that it was very intentional. And he has come out on Twitter recently. That he just wanted people to absorb the music. And I think that speaks to what we're having conversations about that day, where it's like, you have to be at a certain level where you can make those types of demands.
Where you can do that.
You guys, take.
Yeah, I don't want to talk too much.
Just take.
And you know what? I was actually thinking about that.
That's all.
Because when we went, because I went on this tour, I saw him in Houston. There was no merch. And I remember thinking, what do you mean there's no merch? Yeah. Bro, give us merch right now. Because think about it. We came here to do Ozeba. You think that if you're selling shirts $40, $50, I won't buy it?
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Honestly, that's wasted money.
That felt like a wasted opportunity. I understand not doing price, because he said the whole thing about, like, you know, wanting to be underground, that sort of like energy, right? Mm-hmm. But like, merch, my G, let's carry your name.
He told he doesn't need it.
Because I wanted it bad. I wanted it bad. But it's true. That $3 million done.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Yeah,
doesn't need us.
It's calm.
Fair.
I could imagine. No, it's just different stratosphere, man. And I think, for one thing, just the ability to make a project that was so left-leaning and something that was just so against the current wave of Afrobeats was incredible. Because I mean, up until that period, and he even kind of spoke about it, like Amapiano kind of dominating, and people not really taking risks, but he wanted to do something that felt authentic and couldn't be replicated. And I respect him for that, because one of the things that I remember noting on the album when I was listening was that this is an album that a foreigner can't copy. That you don't have enough context to even remotely attempt things that he's doing.
Even
us that inside it, we were struggling. Exactly. Before they catch up to that, it will take a minute.
They can't even like, that's context that they can never have.
They can never have. And he kept on saying, we need to take it back to our roots. We don't want it to be too globalized, and he stood on it. He stood on it. Yeah.
Do you think that was personal, like a personal sort of reaction to like calm down? And what happened with that?
Maybe.
Possibly. I think he also just spoke about looking at the terrain and being like, man, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? And something I've noticed with him as well, like he has like a crazy consciousness of the position he occupies, right? So it's not just a thing of like, I'm here to make money, I'm here to make music. He's and it could be PR, but I doubt it because it feels authentic. He's constantly talking about like being a torch bearer. So like at the head, he's giving a speech about like how like the new generation, he's the new generation of Afrobeats, but they owe it to the OGs that came before him. He's constantly bringing OGs out on stage. So he's very aware of the context that produced him. And it's I don't know. On one hand, I guess I definitely give Maven credits, because I know that the Academy would have probably had some of like something to do with
there's
that.
Coaching on that. Yeah.
Or he's also there's so much that points to him just being wiser, like beyond his years. And it's hard not to admire,
Yeah, because he's still pretty young.
He's 2000. So what,
Crazy.
25? Wow.
Crazy.
Him and this babe,
Crazy.
Ira, they ginger me so much because I'm like, guys, they're just starting as we are now. They actually
Just
just
get warmed up,
starting.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, Ira just had the Rock Nation thing.
Yes, I saw that. And I'm like, girl.
Bro.
Savvy girl.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I think if we can segue to someone else who is still pretty young and very much in charge. Tyler won a Grammy since the last time.
Yes.
She did.
Yes,
I think it was for Best African Music Performance, I believe. That was the Grammy
I
Awards.
think, okay, so that is actually the question that I keep thinking. Is the category called African music or Afrobeats?
It was African music.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I feel like there are two African awards at the Grammys, no?
Yes. So there's African music performance, and I could also find the other one for you. Like, let me Google that real quick. Because I think African music performance is what Tems won this year. But then there was another one that had like a number of Nigerian nominees. I think Ashake might have been in that list as well.
That was a big one that year because Ashake was nominated. That was one that he nominated under Amapiano.
Yes, with Olamide.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, I remember that. That just felt like such a robbery.
And Chris Brown was nominated for a Grammy, no?
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Warned.
We were actually warned. I don't know if you know this.
Well, I think it was
Season 1.
Episode 1.
It's episode 2.
Season 1,
really?
episode 2.
Yes.
We had one of our friends. Yes. So we had FK and Simi on the podcast, and they were literally saying to us how, you know what, at this rate, just watch when a Western artist gets nominated for African music category.
She said
they can win. And she said Chris Brown in particular. And look at it now.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. She did.
She can go on her own Twitter lap and say, I told you.
So it's not. So the other ones aren't African music. I'm seeing a bunch here, and one of them is Best Global Music Performance, which I guess is including of us.
They are giving us global a lot, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's also Best Global Music Album. So that's another one that I know that we get nominated in quite a bit. So those will be the three: Best Global Music Performance, Best African Music Performance, and Best Global Music Album.
Okay, so which one did Tyler win?
Tyler won Best African Music Performance.
Okay, yeah. All right, bet. Because I don't know why in my brain I thought she won for Afrobeats, and then it became a whole thing.
So I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. So it wasn't the Grammys, it was the VMAs.
Oh, you're right.
It was the VMAs, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she won the Best Afrobeats award at the 2020 VMAs. And 2024, my bad, 2024.
I said, what we even do you will make me harder.
And she said,
still doing one TT that time.
CK. She said, the impact that water has had on the world proves that African music can be pop music too. This is so special, but also so bittersweet because I know there's a tendency to group all African artists under Afrobeats. Even though Afrobeats has run things and has opened so many doors for us, African music is so diverse. It's more than just Afrobeats. I come from South Africa. I represent Amapiano. I represent my culture. And I just want to shout out all the Afrobeats artists in this category with me. Shout out to the Afrobeats artists Tems, Ira Star, Wizkid, Burna Boy, Rema, and Loj. And there was a lot of fallout from that. Way too much, if you ask me.
Yeah, dramatic.
I don't know. That's
extremely.
That felt, that's kind. Yeah. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
I thought so too, but the thing is, I think so. I remember at the time, and we spoke about this on Within Us too. There's this OAP Dotun, Nigerian OAP, and he criticized her, saying, "If you thought you were categorized in a wrong category, you should have given the award back or denounced the nomination. You clearly took an award that didn't represent you or your sound from that statement that you made."
Don't you get me that one? You
Yeah, I thought it was excessive.
It was definitely excessive. From outside the club?
Bruh.
Are you serious?
There was absolutely no reason for that, especially because I feel like we've had to accept at this point that... Say that again.
As somebody we just shame that guy like that.
No, trust me. Even on the pod too, I had very strong feelings about it because I'm like, it's ridiculous. Like it's it's an umbrella term that we've all acknowledged, and and to be honest with you, she falls under it to a degree. Like there are elements of water that I could allow be Afrobeats. If you gave an Afrobeats, if you gave like a prototypical Afrobeats artist that record, like if Ara sang it, you'd class it under Afrobeats without batting an eyelid. So I feel like those distinctions aren't that great.
Not too much.
Yeah, and she did more than she had to. You know, she gave everyone a shout out. She explained.
She did.
Come on, do you understand?
She did. Yeah. She did. You know, and shout out to Tyler, man. I like her music. Sometimes it can kind of get into that extra poppy lane where like I don't really love it, but in general, I acknowledge that she's super talented. She is so talented.
You know what I think? I think about this quite often. I feel like Tyler is, when the time came for her rise, she'd been pop star camp. I don't know if that makes sense. So she was ready. Sure. She was ready and ready to go. So she's like, she's been waiting on this one.
Yeah. At the point of this recording, she just put out 2 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So maybe there's a song of the summer after all.
We'll see.
Actually, that's one of those conversations that's been hard for me to get into because I feel like back in the day we had.
We just need to but okay, so Tyler won a Grammy and she won a VMA, obviously. Tems performed at the FIFA World Cup. That was a thing.
Club World Cup final.
Yes.
That thing.
Bro,
Tems, that was a big one too. Yeah. And it was a global stage. Like how many people, who else was there? Coldplay.
Doja Cat
also did the show.
Doja baby. Yeah.
Doja Cat. I saw Doja Cat there. No, the run Tems has been on as well is ridiculous. Like in the time since we spoke, she dropped an album, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Did you?
Okay.
Yes, I did.
You lived up to the hype. Yep.
Hey, did you ask feelings?
No. I'll tell you what. It took me a while.
Okay.
It took me a while because it was one of those things where it didn't. She intentionally kind of upsets expectations where it's like she's so singular in the way that she makes her music that if you come to her with any preconceived notions of what you think an album should sound like, you're going to get what a Tems album should sound like. So I'll give you an example. With most albums, I just think in music in general, with sequencing, people tend to put a lot of their crowd pleasers at the top. And I was talking about this with Burna. So with Burna, his track 2 is usually like a banger. I think about it with the Ara project as well, Goodbye. Even down to Made in Lagos, Ginger is like straight into the energy thing. With Tems, she had an interlude, which was her mom talking to her about like, you know, the special baby thing that they did in the past. And that instantly just kind of like made me have to reframe my mind because it was like, okay, we're starting very pensive, Born in the Wild.
It was,
and then we now come down again before we now pick it back up. So it felt like a slow entry. And I'm not used to those. I usually don't like look out for those. But after I like stripped all my preconceived notions and everything I was hoping it would be and took it for what it was, I was like, yeah, this is a banger.
Yeah, you know what? I actually prefer that though. I actually prefer that sequencing of an album. I like a gradual, because I want to listen to your album as a body of work. So I like you taking me on a journey as opposed to just giving me the crowd pleasers. Then
so like I sharply tweet. Wow,
exactly. You know, like let's go through the journey of your album. So I'll just listen to your body of work as, you know, on its own. Let it be.
Yeah,
I heard. Well, I mean, she's had a crazy year since we last spoke, man. Three Grammy nominations. She burst into a mainstream category for Best R&B Record, which is crazy with Burning. She didn't win it, but I was really hoping she would.
I love that song.
It's such a good song. Song. She had John Legend pull up to a show. Burning, no, it's not.
There's something about Burning when I hear it. That burning in the burning. It sounds like 90s, a song I've heard.
90s.
I've heard that song. I don't know how to explain it.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Yeah.
I think it's that.
No.
It doesn't give you that?
No, it gives me a 90s R&B artist.
Like I've heard it. I've heard that. I've heard it.
It's okay. I have homework. I'll get back to you. We'll check that out. I'll do it. I'll take it.
So mainstream category with Burning, which is incredible. I really wish she got it because I would have just launched Afrobeats into a different stratosphere, but whatever. Had John Legend pull up to a show to perform.
I did see that. That was pretty
Brought out Bieber and Wiz at Coachella. she's been touring and selling out, pulling big numbers. And I think Love Me Jeje was probably the closest thing we had to a global hit in Afrobeats last year, because in 2024, I know that we didn't have any real like impact on like Billboard or any crazy records that.
Yeah. No, we were just having fun with ourselves. We were. We had a lot of fun with ourselves, yeah.
I mean, Love Me Jeje also got Shei Shodimu a pop deal, and even more money because it got sampled again on a Rod Wave record, because Rod Wave sampled Love Me Jeje. So it's just, she had a year.
I didn't know that.
She had a
year. That's pretty
dope.
That's extremely dope.
And she's not looking like she's stopping anytime soon,
man. Oh, yeah, she ain't done.
We just getting warmed up.
Bro, her trajectory is the kind of thing where like, and I'll talk about this later, but like Afrobeats artists have hit such heights that like, we're kind of numb to almost everything now. There's almost nothing you could do to surprise us.
I mean, no, but really, can we go any higher than this? Like, how high can it go?
I mean,
maybe Super Bowl?
Where is Tems? You are so right. You are so right.
Maybe Super Bowl?
Who would do it? Who would do the Super Bowl?
Oof.
Who would do the Super Bowl?
I feel like it would be more like a guest performance on somebody's set, as opposed to like somebody carrying right now. Yeah, and then eventually maybe they break into that echelon. But I think
because that is the biggest stage.
Yeah,
there's no bigger stage. It's also very American.
But it's
not a global.
It's huge.
Yeah, but it's also not a global sport. Like
everybody watches.
Tems can do the FIFA Club World Cup because football is a global sport. You know what I'm saying? So like the reach and the audience will welcome this kind of thing. Super Bowl is American football. The audience is very not global. It's mostly American, right?
I don't think that's true. And I'll tell you why. I understand the actual football, ain't nobody watching that. Only Americans are watching that, right? But the actual Super Bowl halftime show, everybody's watching that.
Only based on who is doing the actual halftime show. And that's because
every year they bring a banger.
You know what?
We get a banger. Kendrick and Rihanna. Like, we have big people.
You know what?
And everybody watches it.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I'm just a little skeptical.
I mean, if I was gonna put my money on it, I want to say Burna, just because I feel like
he would give.
He's more likely
to. That's what I could agree with.
He would give.
He would. But I also think his proximity to the sorts of person who would do it feels closest. Because I mean, Burna has been on a Coldplay record. Burna has been on a Fall Out Boy record. Burna has been on a Justin Bieber record. So it just feels like... He also
has a lot of proximity to like Afro and
I think it's going to be very performance heavy, because those Super Bowl halftime shows, it's not just about the music, it's the performance. Yeah. And Burna Boy is one of our definitely better performers, right?
I think he might be the guy.
Yeah, he's one of the best performers. So
yeah.
He's still the standard.
Wow. Yeah.
Brazy.
But that album though,
his latest one,
yeah.
I have feelings about it.
So let's talk about like new people on the scene. We've talked about the young kids coming out. We got Tyler, we got Rems, Ira. Do you get any new faces recently? Any new faces?
I think in the last year, the biggest breakout artist I can think of is Iomaf. So Iomaf is kind of like one of the new, he was definitely the breakout artist. And I think that was one of the conversations that happened last year where people felt like Afrobeats wasn't producing new stars. And that's one of those conversations that is hard to track, because for me, I think it's that the definition of what a breakout star is has kind of evolved, right?
I want to stop you real quick right there.
Talk to me.
Because, be honest, how many Iomaf songs do you know, if any?
Me?
Can I check my playlist? Can I check my playlist?
Yeah.
Because it might be on there, but I might not know that it's him that I'm
All I know is that his genre is Afro suffering.
Oh, that's a whole genre that is taking up space, bro. People love that.
Yeah.
They do. I'm actually not a huge fan of it, so I'm not going to lie. Afro Adura.
Yeah.
I try, but the chords are just so droopy and like I don't really connect with the emotions of the record. So lots of the time I feel like I'm on the outside of it. And then they start talking about, talk to me.
He has one Iomaf song in his phone.
What is it?
I have none. Are You There?
Are You There?
Oh, Are You There is a nice record.
Yeah.
I like Are You There as well.
So the reason and even when I wrote this down and I was thinking about like new people on the scene, I think what's happening is, you know how the best way I can describe this is like when we were kids and we would maybe come to America for holiday, you would hear songs that were popping in America, like hard, but we didn't have them in Nigeria because they were American superstars, but they were not global superstars, right?
Interesting.
So what is probably happening, and I think is what's happening in Ayomaf is probably breakout in Nigeria. Everybody knows who that man is. You can't go anywhere without his music. Has he crossed over globally that we all know him? Like in the diaspora, like Nigerians? I don't think so.
I hear it.
Right.
I hear it.
And we don't have a lot of that. I think the people who did that very well were Ashake was one of those people who like kind of skipped that, popping off, and he just sort of went globally popping off. Like we all knew who Ashake was. I think same. Ara did have a time. She had a build-up time in Nigeria, right? Because I know people were talking about Ara in Nigeria before we knew what was happening.
Even Rema a little bit too.
Rema, maybe.
No,
everybody knew
Straight?
no,
yes.
So it was immediate.
Okay, but there was Rema before Dumebi though.
Was there Rema before Dumebi?
No, there was only Dumebi. It was Dumebi era.
Exactly, Dumebi was.
And the thing about Rema as well is that he got a push that we have never seen for a new artist before, because that year, that breakout year, and I guess even just the 2-year spell, he went on an insane press run. He did colors. He
did a lot.
He did so much. Like Bad Commando, he had 2 separate colors performances. He was popping up on Fader. He covered Fader, which is like, you just came.
As a
you're
youth.
covering.
Yeah,
what?
I just arrived.
What?
Sensation.
No, it was ridiculous. But I think also the idea of a breakout star is kind of different in 2025, where you kind of need to be your personality kind of needs to be outsized in addition to the music. So like I think about like an Odumodu, for example, like where it's like he's so he so aggressively markets the personality in congruence with the music that he's hard to miss, right? But with Ayomaf, he kind of like the music kind of outsizes him. So like the song Dealer, for example, a lot of people probably have heard it, but they can't put a finger to Ayomaf, right?
Oh, my dealer.
Yeah.
No, that's not him. See? That's K-Style. You see? So that's what I mean. Like, it feels like you have to be both. Like, it feels like the era of like, having the music carry you doesn't really exist in the same way. Like, you need to have a social media presence in addition. But I mean, he's been one of the people. If there was anybody else I could think of that broke out in the last year, there's also Zeri DL, Shally Poppy's brother. No,
sorry to
nothing
that
for
man.
You guys. Are you
sorry
serious?
To that man.
Damn.
Are we out of touch? Are we out of touch?
No, I don't think you're out of touch.
It's casting that we're out of touch now.
Okay, so this is actually a very good thing to talk about, because
definitely
I was talking about this with Kanye once. We were having lunch, and he was talking about how we don't have that. You know how we used to have like Not Just Okay, all those things that would blog about those new songs, right? So we know what's happening. And he was like, "Oh, we don't have that like that anymore." And I was saying that I get my own music, like fresh music from like the Apple curated playlist. So like Afrobeats hits. If I really want to know what's going on, Niger hits, right? But like even when I hear the songs, I'm always just like, never heard this shit.
Yeah.
Never heard this shit.
Yeah.
Because there was a time I was tapped in that, not just every day as soon as I load up my computer, what's going on type of thing.
Yeah. It's very decentralized. It's very decentralized. Like, I mean, even think about it in terms. It is. Think about it with any form of entertainment. Like, everybody's watching their own shows. Nobody particularly listens to the radio anymore.
You have your own
ecosystem.
Everything is curated, in that sense. And in some sense, I feel like so streaming, there was supposed to be like a democratization of the industry that was going to happen, where it's like, everybody kind of has access to a large audience in a way that they didn't before with terrestrial radio and television and things like that. But I think it's funny because streaming has also kind of become its own sort of gatekeeper, because if you don't appear on playlists, for example, you're not going to stream that well. People aren't going to discover you. It's such an interesting phenomenon. And I think also when you think about all the different things that artists are competing with, you're not just competing with other artists. You're competing with social media. You're competing with Netflix. It's such a heavy task. And something else that I think also kind of is pointing to this as well, and I have this is just one of those theories. I feel like the major label system has kind of pivoted away from, I would say, more urban type music. So even just when I think about hip hop, for example, I say to people all the time that last year you would think was a great year for hip hop because of the Kendrick and Drake-ness of it, where it's like they're just so big and they stand and everything. But outside of that, I don't think hip hop had up to like 4 ubiquitous hits that everybody just knew as far as like number ones in the industry. Because when I think about it, there was like Megan, who had this song that she dissed Nicki Minaj on that I forget the name of, Came and Went. You had Kanye, who had like Kanye. Every time I mention his name, I always feel like the need to apologize.
No,
I heard it. Too.
It's Kanye.
It is Kanye.
Kanye. He had this record. Let's never go into him.
You were saying?
Yeah, he had a number one record as well off of one of his projects. I forget the name of it. That had that one with Ty Dolla $ign and the rest of them on it. There was also Not Like Us. Then outside of that, there are not that many more. I think there was also the Jack Harlow record. I've been
that was good.
And that was from 2023, so it was, it was. It came out in 2023, so it wasn't that big of a year for hip hop, but obviously Kendrick and Drake kind of papered over the cracks. And I look at this year, and it's kind of like a repeat, it's just, so, and obviously, and this is something that Vince Staples has spoken about quite a bit, where it's like a lot of labels have been downsizing. And the victim a lot of the time has been urban music, like music and like urban staff in the label system and things like that. So I think Afrobeats has sort of suffered from that. In favor of traditional pop and country.
Just want to be sure,
because when you actually look at the awards and everything last year, the pop girlies swept
everything.
Like, pop outreach is insane. You can't really compete with that.
And I'll give you another thing. If you think about new hip hop stars in 2024, there's only one name, and you guys should try. Who do you think the hip hop breakout last year was?
Don't ask me a question.
It's a woman, just to give you context.
Doechii.
Sexy Red.
It was Doechii. No, it was Doechii. It was Doechii. And it was literally just Doechii. Because even when you think about like the award shows, Best New Artist, she was the only representative for hip hop, So I think about that where it's just like, it's a widespread thing where it's not just Afrobeats. Because people are looking at like, is Afrobeats dwindling? No, like a lot of genres are suffering. When you look at like the people that ruled the charts last year, Shabuzi with the country record. When you think about people that do, Shabuzi was crazy last year. It's ridiculous. I never talked to you that before. Chappelle Roan. Is it Chapel Roan? I think it's how you pronounce Chapel Roan. Yeah. And just a lot of like freaking Morgan Wallen, for goodness sakes, who is somebody that like, I can't tell you a single song of his, but he's doing numbers. Obviously Taylor Swift.
The Americans love them some Morgan.
They love
is there space for
Afrobeats to be entering? Yeah. Because it seems that like, not to get all political on you guys,
but I
think America is shifting back into their what? You know what I'm saying?
White power.
It's exactly, and it's showing up in the music
as well. Crazy.
It's showing up in the beauty. Everybody's getting back into the fair skin type. And the makeup, all that stuff, fashion, that white, Handmaid's Tale type vibe. That's how I'm dressing again. Dip it now, dip up.
No, it's definitely a thing.
This is actually a question where, like, are we still making space for? They're barely making space for hip hop. Are they going to even make space for like Afrobeats?
Yeah.
Africans.
Fair question.
I'll give you an example. Let me give you one of the examples that really blew my mind last year. So when Ashake debuted with Mr. Money with the Vibe and Work of Art, I could get it wrong, but I think he debuted something like 64 to 66 on the Billboard top 200 albums. When he debuted with Lungu Boy, and let me give you a context for this. Lungu Boy that has Active with Travis Scott. Lungu Boy that has Wave with Central C. Lungu Boy that has Suru with Stormzy. And I'm sure there are even other ones that I'm missing. MMS with Wizkid. Like, it's his most action-packed big name album ever. Yeah. It debuted at like 120 something or 100. I can actually get those numbers for you just so I'm perfectly correct. But I think for me, that was just so telling because it's like, like when before he was even him, he was doing these huge numbers. in terms of what's it called. So for me, that kind of spoke to like a sort of, I would say, deprioritization, where it's like at the height of your powers, you're doing less. Okay, so I have the numbers here. Mr. Money with the Vibe, 66. Work of Art, 66. Lungu Boy, 115. Till Tomorrow makes no sense to me because this was the most heavy hitting big name album that he had of the bunch, but it didn't have an impact.
But do you think that was also because even if I'm being honest, I think Work of Art and Mr. Money with the Vibe are more played albums for me than Lungu Boy.
For sure. But I think this was based on a peak, right? So his first week was his peak for both of his albums, right? I would think just based on the interest and the names and the magnitude of his superstardom,
because
he should at least be starting at the same point. Definitely not almost 40 plus points down.
Ridiculous. And I even think about it, when I stretch it out, I think about like The Weeknd, for example. His star power has dwindled as far as like sales are concerned. The Weeknd back in the day would do an album and in his first week he would do a madness. The Weeknd couldn't make number one on the last project that he released. And I think who was he stopped by, if I remember correctly? He debuted at number 2 and it was like, was it Gunna or somebody like that? And I'm like, this is not real. This is not real because compared to like, I can actually confirm for you. I'll find out now. So it was the album Hurry Up Tomorrow and it debuted at, let me just make sure that I have this correct. So I'm not fabuing on you guys' podcast.
No, he's
for sure. Mega pop star.
He's a pop star. He's a pop star.
They love the
super mega pop star. But he couldn't break.
Before I actually knew what he looked like, I thought it was a white man. When I first started hearing about the Weeknd and everything, like I thought this was a white man, and I was like, no.
Okay, that is so interesting
as well.
What?
The first time I ever heard Sam Smith, I thought he was a chubby black man that sang in the church.
You're joking.
Sam Smith.
I mean,
from his voice, I was convinced. Yes,
he was giving very soulful.
And then you see the guy, and you're like, oh.
Okay, so I was wrong about the latest album. Was the album before that he got dropped by Gunna? So this one, the reason why I singled this one out was the singles. The singles didn't make an impact like I expected they would have. And also, just another random tidbit. There's this occurrence that keeps happening with like a lot of hip hop records, and Travis Scott is usually like the person that's the biggest offender, where it's like they'll have one big week debut at number 1, and then to crash to like 90 something the week after, So I think there's just a general, you hate to see it. I think there's just a general like, I guess repositioning in the industry. Lots of things are being shuffled around, and we're definitely feeling the brunt in Afrobeats, 1000%. Like it has reached us.
Yeah. I think even outside of like global energy to Afrobeats, I feel like even within the movement, I felt a sort of plateau in like the kind of music we were making, right? Because like up until last year, there was a lot of Amapiano sampling, right? Or like not sampling, but like Amapiano was a thing. And then Rema came, gave us that album, Scatter the Place. Wow. So what's next, right? Because y'all cannot do Rema. I'm sorry, right? I feel like instead of sort of innovating new, we decided to go back. And so now we are in the era of sampling. Like all those old Afrobeat bangers are getting sampled into songs. And I feel like that has been the new quote unquote sound.
Who samples a lot?
Darko's doing a lot of sampling.
She is.
So you're gonna hear a lot of. By the way, Darko girl, you is working. Okay, you is working, and I'm here for. She won best female artist award. What was it?
It was a British award.
Yeah,
I liked how gassed she was.
I loved it so much, and I was like, guy, nobody they walk past Darko.
No,
she's been on that award.
She's been on form.
So like she's doing sampling. Bernard did his own sampling too. Ma Womio, come on, look. Ashake did sample. Who else did sample? We're getting a lot.
I mean, Ashake did a bunch. Like he did with Active as well, which sampled Raise the Roof by Jasmine Olofi and Ayuba.
Exactly.
If you include foreign samples as well, Rema did with Is It a Crime with Shade Adu.
Yes. I mean, Love Me Jeje was sort of a sample too.
Absolutely,
as well.
interpolation.
Ira
interpolated Bad by Wande Cole on Jazzy's song.
Yes.
Tems even sampled Premier Gaou on the song Wickedest of her album.
Yes.
You know,
No. Yeah.
and
So
then
yeah,
another
that's I
another
think.
interesting thing. Sorry, one more. ID Kabasas had like this reimagination series that he's been doing. So he did one with
Okay.
Olufumi where he put Fireboy, Odumodu Black, and I think Budge
I
on it.
did see that. I
Yes,
did
he
see
also did
that.
one with Photocopy, which is an old nice song. So yeah, there's been a bunch. There's been a
Wow.
bunch.
Yeah. I was thinking about one just now. Even Tiwa, like even like international samples, she sampled Into You.
Yes, by Tamia and
I really
Fabulous.
like I love that
Yeah,
song. I
yeah.
love that song. Like even like Tiwa's version of it, I'm obsessed.
I
No,
know.
it's really dope.
Yeah, I think that's just even Lungu Boy, that oh baby wine. That's so that the sample of the Mary J. Blige song.
Oh yes. That's one of the more
Yeah.
obscure
Yeah.
ones because until you pointed it out, I
Yeah.
forgot. I forgot
I
completely.
didn't pick that one.
Hey, you know me, I do work.
Mhm.
I am in here.
Mhm.
How do
But
you guys
yeah,
feel
so
about
like
sampling? I'm curious.
I love it.
What? And no problems at all.
It's concerning.
I can enjoy a song I already liked before and enjoy this new one. If I think I feel like sampling is cheating because if
It
you
is.
pull from something I already like,
Yeah.
you already know you're most likely about to make
Yeah,
a song that
yeah.
everyone else is gonna like just based on
Do you
associating the two together.
Do you ever have like purist protectionist tendencies where it's like there's samples that are just too like no, you can do everyone, no, but this one, no, I cannot allow this one.
It's
No,
all art.
fair
It's all
game.
art. Art influences art. Let it
Yeah.
all be. It's never that serious.
I have a confession.
Oh my
Share your
god.
true.
Oh my god.
I know
You're
you
in a
guys
safe
love.
space.
I thank you. I appreciate that. I know you guys love Darko, but she did one with Gongwa Show, and I was just like, oh.
You don't like it. Just call me in a number. Oh, seven in a
See,
number. You don't like it?
It's a good song, but it's just like what that song means to me means to everybody else. Like what it is. So the experience
I
that
think there's
I
a remix coming. I can't lie to you.
are you serious with
Nice?
Nice? It's
I
possible.
feel like there's a remix coming.
I mean, he
with
was in the
Nice.
video. It's very possible.
Exactly. So
For me, it's just it comes down to if I'm ever in the club and we're having a blast, and I hear
Fez. And they played
And
that.
it's Darko
Don't
that
change
comes
it.
up.
Don't change it. Yeah, don't change it. Don't change it. Don't change it. Yeah, don't change it. Don't change it. If we're in the club, don't change it. Don't change it. You stop that. You stop that.
So that's what it is. And I think also it kind of becomes like a one trick pony thing because when Darko came out, I was very like her music was very intriguing. It was very interesting. Gangsta, even with the way they teased it, was so fun and interesting. And like, it's still a record that I enjoy today,
I
especially
still
because of
remember
one
the
A
dance too.
everything, right? And I feel like in service of, I guess, a more commercial like approach, she's been doing the sampling thing a lot more and it has worked. But I kind of feel like, okay, like what next?
Okay,
what
we
next?
get it. Yeah, we get it. Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, like who are you? Who are you?
I think that's a fair critique. Yeah.
Nevertheless, though, I respect what she's doing because I mean, to be as it gets taken for granted how relevant she stayed. Like she's been in our consciousness in a way that I definitely didn't see coming. Like she's a mainstay in Afrobeats now. Like she drops a record, people pay attention. She stays in conversation. And to think that she was doing it from the UK as well is I respect it a lot.
Yeah.
Like she cornered the Nigerian markets in a way that I don't think too many UK artists who have Nigerian like ethnicity and Nigerian origin have been able to.
Fair. All right, shout out Darko.
Shout out to Darko, man.
What we're going to do now is we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about some of the songs that have been keeping us going this summer. So that idea that you were having before, we'll run it back.
I'm with you.
All right.
Hi guys, we're really excited. Our community event is less than 2 weeks away. On September 6th, we're taking the podcast off the mics and into the real life at the Rosette Theater in Austin, Texas. Expect African Family Feud, diaspora trivia, fire DJs, food vendors, and vibes that feel just like home. Guys, it's a fundraiser for everything Japa. So if you've ever felt seen or heard by the podcast, please come and pour into the community that always pours into you. Guys, tickets are almost gone, so please don't wait. Go to japadiaries.com/event to pick up a ticket now. And if you can't make it down to Austin, Texas, that's fine. You can pick up a donation ticket at the same link. See you soon. we're now in full swing of summer 25. We're very much in the middle of it.
I think we should timestamp this for when it comes out, because it's possible that a new jam can come when this thing drops and it will scatter the place.
We're recording Saturday, July 19th.
Yes.
So as of today's date, we've had a couple records come out. Burner's album, we hinted at this earlier.
Yeah.
Davido put out an album. Benson, legal name. Who else? And my personal favorite, I don't know if this counts as an album, but Odile put out a body of work.
I mean, you call it an album.
He did
It's
put
an
out
EP.
a body of work. It's an EP.
That makes sense, because we were a little shocked by the number of songs on that.
Okay, so before I say, what my song of the summer has been thus far, how do you guys feel about the drops we've gotten? Olamide put out an album as well.
He did.
He did.
How do we feel about the drops?
First,
go on.
The summer drops. I don't know.
Abiza said it's not giving.
It's not. See, so here's my thing. Did you hear me out?
Okay.
There's a way. That year of more I want to make me day. More girl, I want to make you. Nobody is holding me like this yet.
I hear it.
You understand? And I need to be choked.
It's all good, but we're not.
Yeah, I'm
we're
not
still breathing. Why am I breathing? Okay.
Like, bro, I need to be everywhere and here. Like the way this that's last came and scattered.
Yeah.
We don't have a song that's come and like scattered.
That last.
I agree.
That summer, that's the last song they played the club before.
It was a closeout.
That was a closeout song.
We don't have that yet.
Every time.
Yeah.
We don't have that yet.
I think we came close. But then the momentum of the song kind of got stalled. But if I had two nominations that I'll say for Song of the Summer in that regard, it would be Laho by Shali Poppy, which is like that for a while. Yes, that's what I think it was. Like the momentum just kind of died, and like he's even still trying to revive it now with his Spanish thing that he puts out, which we're kind of tired, but hopefully it catches because that's a big Spanish artist. And then With You by Davido and Omale. Those two records, like massive records. You know
what's so crazy about that song?
That's off the album.
With You, yes. Sweet Fanta Diallo.
That's one that has the sample edit from, is it Fruity Loops? Because that beat is a very common one.
Really?
Because I think it's one of the sample audios you get with like Fruity Loops or something like that. So so that sound I've heard pretty frequently, especially like I have friends who like try and make music and they try to use the sample edits. So I've heard it pretty frequently. Yeah, but it's a great song though, and it is catching on. It's catching on hard.
But you never choke.
No, yeah. I think for me
personally though.
Okay.
Personally.
I mean, so do we think it's also just a function of where we are as people? Because I feel like it's hard for one person to really have a chokehold in the way that it used to exist before. Like last year now, for example, I don't think we had that either. Was there a record last year that was that for everybody?
Favorite girl remix with Remy Boy.
Fair. That was up there.
With Remy Boy.
That was up there. To be fair, there were a couple. There was Active as well. Yeah, fair.
Active, what was Active a glow? Was it like a choker?
Guy, that's cinch on it, bro.
Oh man, I'm Active.
Travis Scott
I love that song.
No, that song's crazy.
That was beautifully made.
Yeah.
Like I have actually, I want to give that song its flowers very quickly.
Go for it.
That song is one of the songs where it's like it's so Afrobeats undeniably because of the majo fine girl, but it also has that hip hop thing that you want to like do the and then the bounce addition to it, bro. SARS
went crazy. SARS went
He's
crazy.
going to lose our mind.
SARS went crazy. I was so disappointed that he didn't drop an album last year because it would have capped off just an incredible year of exploration and doing crazy things. I mean, freaking Oye off the Ashake record as well. Like that was ridiculous. Like SARS is one of those artists that I just feel like can do no wrong. But something else that I want to talk about.
If you're listening, I beg, come out to talk. I just want to talk small. Not too much of your time.
Something else that I wanted to talk about, and this is going to be interesting because I feel like because of all the he is praise, it might come as a bit of a surprise. Do you guys want to know what my favorite Afrobeats album was last year? And to be the album that I consider the best.
Wait, I know. Wait, what did you say?
No, I was going to tell us.
Go for it.
I think you're gonna say Shay Vibes.
No. However, I did like his
okay.
projects. I thought he had the best EP last year. The Year I Turned 21 by Ira Star.
Hey, Sabi girl!
The Year I Turned 21 by Ira Star. So what Rema
I think
has
you love that one as well.
That was my top album last year.
Yeah.
I'm an Ira stan.
Yes, you are.
I'm an Ira stan.
Yes, you
like
are.
same like here.
Sabi girls.
Something Rema had over her was that he was more emphatic, and he pulled away from the crowd in such an aggressive way where you weren't really indifferent when you heard it. It forced you to have an opinion. Yeah. It's either you like it or you hate it and you think it's noise, right? Ira's kind of did it different. It did it differently where it blended across a number of genres and she explored a bunch of themes. But for me, the reason why I think that album is incredible is the storytelling. My goodness. It is such high level storytelling.
It's really
the flow of the album, the sequencing really of it. It is so good that one of my plans, I'm going to drop a video.
Yeah.
You should. I literally listened to it again today. I'm going to drop a video at some point. I've been working on it for a bit, but I'll actually get it done. Ooh, that's a tough one. It's three. There's three choices. It's the intro, Bird Sing of Money, Goodbye with Asha K.
Because she came in listen.
What?
I am who I said I am.
What?
It was I could feel it. I could feel the Malik is not here with us.
I'm not. I'm so sorry.
I'm locked in. He's not here with us.
I'm just taking notes.
No. The bravado on that record is ridiculous. I always used to joke that I wanted to be in the UFC so that I could walk out to it because it fills you with so much.
It does.
But then it's that record. It's Bird Sing of Money, Goodbye, or the outro, which is The Kids Are All Right. Because I'm like, oh my goodness, what an incredible the piece of writing. First time I listened to it, I cried because I'm like, this is ridiculous. And then the first line on it that she drops, how emotive and packed it is, where she says, hope the clouds aren't blocking the view. I'm like, oh my God, that is so poetic. And it's a song that's, and a part of it is Ira has a team of writers that she typically goes with and everything. But that was a song that was written entirely by her. And part of the reason why it's so beautiful is all the different elements, the voice notes that she gets from her mom, and that she gets everybody in her family to send voice notes as well. And the story behind it was that the album was pretty much done already, right? But she was sitting in her room one day just unable to sleep because she's like, yo, there's a finishing touch on this project that I haven't quite arrived at yet. So she's going on YouTube and she's searching up type beats, and she eventually gets to this guy called Rem Dollar, I believe, his page, and there's a beat that she clicks on and she hears the beats for The Kids Are All Right, and she's like, yes, this is the one. This is where I'm finally going to be able to openly grieve my father in a way that I never have before. And I think it just puts an incredible bow on the album. That album, I don't think people see, it was so beautiful. And I think just as well, in the same way where I was speaking about Rema being years ahead of his actual age, I think Ira has the exact same thing where even just the jump between her debut and the sophomore, because I listened to 19 and Dangerous and I thought it was good, but it was young. It was young in a way where it was hard for me to access. This was still young, but her level of prowess and proficiency and all
you could tap into this one.
You guys see the passion.
I promise you, there are not too many albums, especially from an Afrobeats context, that make me want to really sit with it and break it down. But that Ira album, I have so much, I can tell you the story of it back to forth. I've watched every interview. I've listened to it over and over and over again. It is a body.
Sabi girl.
I hope this is her year, man.
I really like the song, the Alarm Keloni.
Oh yes,
I love that song.
Another?
There's something about you can feel the soul in it. One, two. I really like how she the play on traditional Yoruba music and made it kind of poppy. I was like, who's your producer? This is actually quite
It was louder produced that one.
Yeah,
I'll tell you my favorite thing on that record, and it's something that I talk about in the video that I'm going to bring out. It's how it has this perfect duality where if you're not paying attention, you think it's a happy song because it sounds like it. It's so funky. It sounds like the kind of thing you hear at an Owambe. But the
It's like a
lyrics,
repetitive sort of song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
she's talking about depression, like quite literally being depressed, you know? So the image that it kind of conjures for me is an image of Ara just in the middle of a party and spiraling. And if you think about it as well, where it comes after in the project, comes after the record Last Heartbreak Song. Yeah. Was it Last Heartbreak Song? If I remember correctly. Nothing comes after Bad Vibes. So Last Heartbreak Song, then Bad Vibes, and then Oro. And the beauty in that for me is like after Last Heartbreak Song, when she gets her heart broken, she now leans into No Bad Vibes. And she's like, you know what? I don't even want to think about anything that's making me sad. But then Oru now kind of plays the middle where it's like, I'm sad, but I'm also in the middle of this thing that sounds like fun and jumpy. And then you now have Jazzy Song immediately after that, which is just ridiculously carefree. Like I don't even want to hear about it anymore. It's so masterful in a way that I can go on and on and on
because
and on
the
about
song
it,
right after is the Jazzy Song. Yeah, I thought it was such an interesting like. And now we're back. And now it's a party.
Yeah.
But no, Song of the Summer. We've not actually
said.
We've not
okay, I said it was the London Summer for me with Odile. Only because like I feel like yes, I know it won't be a popular one, but it's quite literally because I was having a London Summer. It came out right when I was, in London. My cousin's getting married. It was a whole thing.
Beautiful.
So I really, really connected with that song.
Yeah.
Take me back.
Abims, you have yours?
I told you I've actually struggled, but I think the song that I hear and I get excited is You For Me, Tiwa.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. I like that record.
You see that part where she's like, I hear it. In the car, I hear it. Yeah. And I also like the original song too, like the Into You. It was a well done sample for me. Yeah.
Something else that I wanted to touch on, I think I forgot. I think you guys should check out a lot of like the newer, more alternative artists that are coming out of Nigeria this year. And I'll name a couple. So there's Braye, Braye. My goodness, he is. So this year, I think in a mainstream capacity, I won't say I've enjoyed music a lot. Like I've appreciated it, but like I've definitely enjoyed other years more. But the alternative guys, so Braye, for example, being one of those people. Another artist called Rigo Camp, who is signed to Native. There's this record, and I'm going to recommend it to your listeners. Go check it out. It's called Marathon, and I'm not going to build it up. Just go listen to it and see how you react. Obviously, Tay Eeyore, who is one of my favorite artists. He dropped a Reflection Station EP as well. That is ridiculous. I think Lady Donnelly did this record as well. That was like very rock leaning, grunge. Quite interesting. There's also another artist that I'll be done after this. He's called Melon, and he's off the same label that Omale is on, which is
You see what I was saying about like we don't know what is going happening.
We're not allowed to.
You said not one of those names have been like
no Tay, no Tay.
I know Tay. Oh yeah.
Tay, I remember the first time I heard about him was an MTV based show. And one of his songs was used like like
Sugar?
Yes, it was a Sugar. It was one of those transition songs. I'm like, yo, what is this? And I you couldn't even find it on any like streaming. I had to find it like on SoundCloud. And I was like, who is this guy? And just to see him grow from that to this, bruh.
No, Tay is special. Tay is special. And to be honest, as far as like you guys not being plugged in, I don't really agree. I think it's just there's so much music. But also it's because of With an S. Like because of With an S, I have to be plugged in. So I'm constantly listening week on week. And I'm not going to lie to you. If you guys think you have listener fatigue, I have it more than anybody. Because bro,
you're actually listening. Yeah, doing AI now work. What's your doing? Essentially. And
the beauty of it is I would say for one, it kind of keeps me on top of trends. For example, there's a video that I'm going to bring out hopefully soon, maybe next week, which talks about like the resurgence of this sound that's called the Orc Hit, right? So it's the sound on, what can I use as an example where you could have possibly heard the Orc Hit? The sound on the Rema project that goes, bum, 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 as a man. That sound, that specific sound. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the sound that comes right before that dance is having a resurgence in Afrobeats. So it's also appeared on...
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
It's also appeared on Skating by Ashake. So it's like flipping, boom, boom, that sound. Then there's also a record on the new Burna Boy album called KBAC that it features on as well. And for anybody who has like any confusion about the sound I'm speaking about, it's the sound that would usually soundtrack like old suspenseful Nollywood moments. So like somebody's about to poison somebody, it's like bang, that sound. Yeah. It's
coming super story. Nollywood. Yeah, it's very Nollywood.
So it's coming back in a way that's really interesting. And I feel like that is definitely a direct offshoot of He Is and the legacy of that album. Because I mean, even quicker records, like the BPM of He Is, the average BPM is something like, I think I had this on Witness, it's like 124 BPM.
Do you mean of Shiripa? That's what that song is.
So it's everything is tailor made to dance and have you moving. And to give like an example of a record that's close in BPM to that is like Stability by Ira Star or like Joha by Ashake. Exactly. You're moving instantly, you know. And the highest of the highest between Ozeba are like 148, and there's Marcham, which is 141, which is just out of this world. And this year, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Just straight into the action. And this year, I think we've seen a lot more super fast music, which isn't to say that that's necessarily tied to Rema, because I mean, street music has had like upbeat records for a while. There's this genre called Mara, and like something that's been popularized by this guy called DJ YK. You know, a form of street music that's very quick. Exactly. Okay, so you guys, you're tapped in now. You know DJ YK. Exactly. I'm just saying. But then you have a record like this new Sheyi Vibes record that I forget the name of, but that's just super action packed as well. Everything good, everything check. Please tell me, you guys, you know that record. Everything good, everything check. It's called Shaolin. Shaolin is the name of that record.
Yes. There you go. Actually, okay, that one,
yeah, okay, exactly. So I feel like just quicker music is now in vogue in a way that it wasn't before, and people are more open to it. And I love it because I think part of why Afrobeats got stale to me was that everybody just kind of went to that Caribbean vibe of like, and who I blame to a large degree, to be honest with you, is two people. I blame Blaze Beats. Shout out to Blaze Beats. I think he's an incredible I'm producer. But like he dominated a stretch in like 2020 to 2021 with Adekunle Gold and Benson, where that was just the sound that was prominent. And I also blame Wizkid, those two people, because of Made in Lagos.
Made in Lagos again.
I know that time is over.
Everything tranquil. Everything tranquil.
You think you can wind his waist for us again?
Can't.
I mean, he gave you people.
I think about that.
He gave you people Bend It on his new project, or Bend Your Body Good.
Bend It. It was so Ayo 2014.
It was.
I was like, what is this? Yeah.
But I loved it. But yeah, no, it's been an interesting year for music. I hope.
You have not given us your song of the summer.
I said Laho now.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
It was Laho. It was Laho.
Sorry.
I had Laho with you, but I think I like Laho more than with you, so I'll say Laho.
Fair. I have a question about With You.
Talk to me.
Because I have theories. First time I heard that song, I was like, oh, so this is an Omale song. That beat sounds like it belongs to Omale.
Interesting.
Really? That song sounds like Omale slid right in.
I see it.
You guys had that producer on.
We did. Tempo.
Tell me the story behind that song.
So we asked him about it, and he said it actually wasn't that. Like, it was just one of those records that they had. I think he might have even prepared it with Davido, where it's like the initial opinion was, like you said, that Omale was an Omale record, and then Davido kind of jumped on it. But bro, like, he told us Davido had like maybe like 4 versions of that song because he wrote to it so many different times. So there were a bunch of verses. So it was definitely an Omale song. And that guy, that Tempo guy, if you guys ever get a chance, you should watch the interview.
It's a David song.
Yeah, it's a Davido song. And dude, he is such a, I don't know how to quantify him. Like, he's one of those people that I'm glad exists in Afrobeats because he's very forward thinking in how he produces. And if you look at his track record as well, like Love Wanting T, Soweto, he Understand by Omale, I'm not Understand, sorry, So by Omale. He has given like...
He's trying stuff, yeah.
He's trying stuff, and he has given like 5 separate artists their biggest records. It's ridiculous. He's unmatched in Afrobeats.
Midas touch.
Shout out Tempo.
Shout out to Tempo.
Shout out Tempo. All right, so we asked our listeners what their song of the summer was.
Okay.
We go With You. We got some With Yous. We got Brother. Do you guys know the song?
Ashidakwa and Ashake. Is that it?
Are you signed in?
Quick research.
I mean, I could check. I have it right in front of me. I think it might be that. Yeah, Ashidakwa and Ashokwe. But that was 2024. So maybe it's a different brother that you guys are talking about.
Brother or something.
Brother.
Does Adekunle have a song like that?
Omo. I thought I was plugged in. I'm disgracing my family.
No, we'll check. London Summers.
There you go. Let's see. My favorite song is going.
London Summers made the list.
Made a shout.
He said, no Eminem. You know they said Gucci, but no Eminem. Shout out my nigga Gucci.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. I don't know this brother song. You guys are putting me on.
I have to go check it. I have to look at it back and see what they actually said. I'll post it on our story. But
sure.
DG, again, we planned a short episode.
To the max.
It always happens. It always happens.
Thank you so much for
so
being
much
here.
Appreciated. We got some good insights.
Yeah.
See, I feel a little more plugged in now.
Yeah. I'm gonna put together a playlist of those songs.
Please do. Yeah. And please check out those artists, man. You will not be disappointed. You'll be surprised the kind of like really avant-garde, like different types of artists that are coming out here. And like, if you're ever around in Nigeria, try and check out the underground scene, because a lot of these guys, unfortunately, by virtue of the fact that there's just so much out there, they're kind of going under the radar in a way. But I think as far as like exploration and all of these things, if you look at it from a mainstream perspective, you might have a skewed opinion. But because I'm going to these guys and I'm watching their shows and I'm seeing them, some incredible music is coming out of Nigeria at the moment. I'm never going to lie, especially Braille. Check out Braille.
I say no more.
Braille is next to watch. Can you say that?
Yes, for sure. And I don't even think it's going to be like
first.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be in a mainstream capacity because he's not that kind of artist, but he's one of those ones who I think can jump the pale and possibly have like a foothold in like a niche market somewhere in the West.
Do you know this guy, Tim Lyle?
I do. Oh my God. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. My current song of the year, outside of like popular mainstream and like what considers like a summer jam, is a record called Ski by Tim Lyle.
I think I heard this.
That record, it is a banger. And it is one of those things where Ski, take a note for it. It is I don't want to ruin it because the surprise is just so beautiful. Let's just go listen to it. It's called Ski, SKI by Tim Lyle. And I haven't heard it better. I haven't heard a better Nigerian record this year, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's really good. He's really good. Yeah. Awesome. Well, Deji, where can people find you on the internet?
Same place as always, Deji Oshikoya on Twitter, Deji Oshikoya on Instagram, Deji Oshikoya on TikTok as well, because that's something I've been getting into a lot more recently. And I think that's pretty. LinkedIn, follow me on LinkedIn. Why not? If not, let's have
it.
We're trying our best. But yeah, that's pretty much all of it for me. And thank you guys for having me, man. It's always a blast.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It was fun.
It's always fun. And you can get more of his stuff on With an S podcast. Love that.
Yes, thank you.
Until next week, y'all.
Until next season.
Deji. We'll see you again.
I was actually about to ask, was this the last episode of the season? But I just realized what you meant. Fair. I can't wait. I hope we'll have some more Afrobeats to discuss that we actually are really blown away by,
That part. Yeah. All right.
Bye.
Ciao.
Peace, guys.
That was so fun.